Hello everyone, welcome to rachelpichleryoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel, and if you have been here before, this is my brand new at-home yoga studio. So welcome. This is our first class ever being recorded in this space. We're doing a full body flow today, so find some space to move and let's get started. So let's begin today in a nice comfy seat. Whatever that's gonna look like for you today, bring some length into your spine with a gentle press into the ground. And you can let your eyes close when you're ready to do so. Just allowing your shoulders to fall away from your ear. Allowing your forehead to soften. And start to notice your breath. With the next inhale that you take, maybe make it a little bit longer, deeper. And let that breath go. And taking another slow, deep breath in. Can you lengthen your spine a bit more? And let it go. One more time, fill your body up with a nice, slow, and deep inhale. And let it go. Now you might start to tip your head, leading with your ear over towards your left shoulder. Bringing some length into the side of your neck. Still softening throughout your forehead and your cheek. And letting your shoulders fall away from your ear. With an inhale, you can slowly lift your head back up. And as you exhale, let your head tip over towards your other shoulder, leading with your ear. Feel the length through your neck. Notice your breath still. And just allowing your day to slow right down. Let's use an inhale to help bring our head back up. Just back through center. And pause. Maybe starting to notice some sensations flowing throughout you. Maybe you have a little more space, a little more length that you can bring into your spine. You might start to open your eyes. And then we'll move into tabletop so you can find your way onto your hands and knees. Spreading your fingers out wide and maybe giving your hips a sway. And then with an inhale, drop your belly and lift your chest, your chin. As you exhale, round your spine. Inhale, dropping back down, lift your chest. Maybe look forwards or up slightly. And exhale, round it out. Lift your belly button up. Press into your hands. Take another inhale to drop your belly, arch your back, your spine. And exhale as you round. Awesome, you guys. Let an inhale bring you back to a nice long spine. Send your right leg back behind you. Tuck your toes. Push into the ball of your foot. You can keep your foot on the ground or you can float it, pointing your toes down. Maybe you'll add your left arm too. Spread your fingers wide. Let your palm face down. How much space can you bring between your left fingertips and your right heel? Awesome, you guys. Stay for an inhale. And exhale, come back to tabletop, your hands and your knees. Send your left leg back. Tuck your toes, push into the ball of the foot. Maybe your foot does stay on the ground, maybe you lift it, but still point your toes down so our heel is the highest part of the foot. Maybe you're going to add your right arm. Spread the fingers wide. Continue to look down. And then how long can you be from your right fingertips to the left heel this time? Beautiful. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, come back down. Tabletop. Spread your fingers wide. Maybe give your hips a gentle sway. And then tuck your toes under and lift up and into downward facing dog. You can pedal the feet a couple times. Lift and lower your heels. Bend and straighten your knees. Then push a little bit more into your hand. Nice long arms. Let your hips be high, your head be heavy. Slow and deep breath in and out. And then let's use an inhale to bring our gaze forwards. As you exhale, walk on up to the top of your mat. Take an inhale for a half lift once you get there. Lengthening through your spine as you exhale, fold forwards. Take an inhale to come all the way up to standing. Reach up. Exhale as you lower your arms to your sides. Roll your shoulders back and take an inhale to reach up. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale for a half lift and exhale to fold. Inhale all the way up, reach up. Exhale, lower your arms to your sides. Add a shoulder roll if you want one. And inhale to reach up as you exhale, fold. Inhale into your half lift. And exhale, folding down. Let's plant our hands. You can take your left foot back and into a lunge, sinking into the hips. Maybe pressing into the ball of your back foot a little bit more. We won't float the foot here, but a little bit of a press into the ball of that back foot. Now you can start to lower your knee down and flip to the top of the back foot. You can continue to lean forwards with your hands on the ground, or you can start to lift your chest up. And maybe your right hand will rest lightly on your knee, and maybe your left arm will reach up, and maybe you'll look up. Sink into your hips. Spread your fingers wide. Reach up higher. Stay for an inhale. And as you exhale, lean forwards, bring your hands down. You might tuck your toes and push into the ball of the foot as the knee lifts. Back to your lunge. Now use an inhale to gaze forwards a bit, and exhale, bring your back foot up to the top. Take an inhale for a half lift, and exhale to fold. Plant your hands and take your right foot back. Set up your lunge. The knee can stay lifted. Pressing into the ball of the back foot just a little bit more. Wake up the legs a little bit. And then let's start to bring our knee down and flip to the top of the back foot. And maybe you'll be lifting your chest up. The left hand can find the knee, and the right arm can start to reach. And maybe you're looking up too. Spread your fingers wide. Feel that right hip flexor lengthening, opening up. Reach a little bit higher. Maybe you can take the bend out of your elbow. Stay for a nice inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands back down. You might be tucking the toes and push into the ball of the foot again as you lift your knee. Use an inhale to look forwards, and exhale, bring your back foot up. Inhale for a half lift once you get there. And exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reaching up. And exhale, lower your arms. Option to add a shoulder roll if you want one. And a big inhale as you reach up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale into your half lift. And exhale to fold down. Plant your hands. Take your feet back into downward facing dog. Press the ground away. Let your chest get heavier. Maybe pedal your feet, but slow and deep breath in and out. Do that again, a nice slow and deep breath in and out. Awesome, you guys. Use an inhale to bring your gaze forwards again, and exhale, walk back up to the top of your mat. Taking an inhale for a half lift once you get there, and exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Exhale, lower your arms down, shoulder roll if you want one, and inhale as you reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into your half lift and exhale to fold. We're going to plant our hands and take our left foot back again, setting up our lunge. So press into the ball of that back foot. Sink into the hips a little bit more. Now we're going to bring our knee down and flip to the top of the foot. You can keep the hands on the ground or you can lift again, but this time we might bring our hands together in front of the chest. Palms together. You can spread your fingers wide, sinking into the hips. Now we might go a little further, try to bring our left elbow towards the right knee and take a peek over towards the right side. Stay just as you are. Or maybe you're tucking your back toes and lifting the knee, pressing into the ball of the back foot. A little twist. You can keep your legs as they are, but start to look forwards again. Bring your hands back down to the ground. From your lunge with your knee lifted or lowered, use an inhale to gaze forwards. And exhale, bring your back foot up. Take an inhale for a half lift and exhale to fold. Plant your hands and take your right foot back. Just setting up the lunge. A little press into the ball of that back foot. Nice, you guys. You can start to bring your knee down and rest on the top of the foot if you'd like. Maybe the chest is lifting. The hands might come together. Palms together, spread your fingers wide too. You can stay here, or you can try to bring your right elbow towards the left knee and look that way too. Feel free to keep your knee on the ground, or maybe you're going to tuck your back toes and lift your knee up. Breathe. Awesome work, you guys. Leave your legs as they are. But bring your hands back down to the ground. Back to your lunge, where you can use an inhale to gaze forwards and exhale. Bring your back foot up to the top. Take an inhale for a half lift and exhale to fold down. Plant your hands, step your feet back and into downward facing dog. Press into the ground. Maybe a pedal of the feet. How long can you be through your arms? Can you get your chest to be a little bit heavier? Stay for an inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to bring our knees down, back to our tabletop, and then we'll sit down too. So you can cross your ankles and bring your legs in front of you. Maybe giving the knees a hug or a squeeze, a rock side to side. But just notice how you're feeling so far and in this moment specifically. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Scan your body. And then you might start to lean back a little bit and see if the feet want to float. You can balance on your sit bones, or you can put a little bit more effort into it by lengthening the spine and maybe floating the feet a little bit higher as you pull your belly button in. Feel free to hold on to your legs in some way or not. Maybe you can reach your arms out a little wider. Palms, maybe they can face up. Maybe the fingers can spread wide. Boat pose. All the while relaxing your face, your shoulders, and giving your belly a nice strong squeeze. Awesome work, you guys. Just another inhale here. As you exhale, come back down. Feet to the ground. Lean forwards. Give your knees a hug or a squeeze. We're going to lay down on our backs. You might hug your knees to your chest when you get there. You might leave your feet on the ground, but maybe you'll give your knees a nice squeeze and take a rock or a sway side to side. And then you might let your feet float up higher. You can hold onto your legs, or you can rest your arms wherever's comfy. Just taking all the weight out of the feet. Give your toes a little wiggle, maybe the ankles a couple circles. A gentle press of your low back into the ground using your core, drawing your belly button in a little bit. And still relaxing through your forehead and your jaw. And from here, we might start to bend our knees again, but reach for our feet. Happy baby. Knees wide, feet wide. Trying to shine the soles of the feet up. The gentle press of the low back into the ground. And softening through your hips. You might, from here, let your knees stay wide, but let your feet come together. Maybe the big toes can lightly touch, a little point of the toes maybe, to get the big toes to touch, like child's pose, on our backs. You still got your knees wide. You might help them come back together. Give them another squeeze, a hug, maybe even a rock or a sway side to side. Eventually letting your feet find the ground. Keeping your knees bent, your feet planted for a moment. And maybe just sway your knees side to side. Eventually, you can send your legs long, your feet nice and wide. And maybe resting your arms at your sides with your palms facing up. Feel the ground beneath you. Notice your breath as you let your body soften, relax. And staying here in Shavasana for as long as you have time for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.